In this video, we will be navigating through SmartAmp from the perspective of a student. So when a student logs into their SmartAmp account, you can see it just like Google Drive in that they have their own workspaces that they've created, as well as workspaces that have been shared with them. Now, these can be workspaces that were shared with them by a teacher, or workspaces that were shared with them by another student. When a student goes to create a workspace, you will see that they have almost the same amount of tools as the teacher. Once they are ready to create their workspace, they can decide if they want to create and share with their teacher right away, or if they just simply want to create it and share it at a later time. As I had just mentioned, the student has a lot of the same tools that the teacher has. The tool that they are missing that you will not see is the assessment tool. Students cannot build assessments in SmartAmp at all. Just like the teacher, the students can copy and paste URL addresses into their workspace. Students can also perform a safe search for YouTube videos and embed them into their workspace as well. Remember that SmartAmp supports the Khan Academy channel as well, and students can preview this video before actually adding it to their workspace. Students can add images from their camera roll, as well as images from the Smart Exchange and web search. When adding an image from the web, it sources the image right here. Let's say a student is going to be collaborating with his peers or her peers on a project. They can go to the sharing button right here and share the workspace with other students in the class. They can choose individual people from their class to give editing access to, and individual people from their class to give viewing access to. This is also an easy way for them to share with their teacher. If they wanted to, they could share with everyone in their current class. Now, as the students work together and collaborate on this project, they might even be able to access their workspace from home or from anywhere where they have internet. The chat feature becomes really handy in this case. As the students look at the chat feature and dialogue about the project, they can actually use the geotag to see exactly where the student was looking at on the workspace when they made this comment. For instance, if I'm somewhere over here on the workspace and perhaps another student in my class has added a different picture about earthquakes, and I wanted to see what this student was talking about, what my peer was talking about, as a student I can click right here and I can see exactly what this student was talking about when they said they added this video about earthquakes. Now, when the teacher jumps into the workspace, they have the ability to turn on Followme. Followme enables the teacher to take over the workspace and have the student literally follow the teacher as they navigate through the workspace. This is similar to Nearpod if you've ever used this application before. So perhaps the teacher might go in and do an explicit model on the Richter scale if the students are learning about earthquakes. As you can see, when a student is in Follow Me mode, they lose control of everything but the chat. This way, students can still chat about the lesson that they are learning, but they cannot draw, they cannot add images, they cannot search the YouTube search, or do anything really to the workspace at all while the teacher is using Follow Me mode. Once the teacher ends Follow Me mode, the student automatically gets back all of their tools. The teacher can also pass control to students. Now let's go to this busy workspace to see what pass control looks like. Here I am still logged in as a student navigating my way through a SmartAmp workspace that my teacher has shared with me. Just like me, the teacher can see the participants that are currently active in the workspace. Here we have 2 students, and here we have 1 teacher. My teacher has asked me to read a passage from the text that we are looking at. The teacher passes control to me, the student. Now I have control of the workspace. Anything that I do into this workspace can be seen by my peers who are also in this workspace. In other words, it's as if the teacher and the students that are currently on this workspace are following me, and I am now the teacher in control of my peers' devices. As I move on the workspace, their workspace also moves. As I zoom in on the workspace, their workspace also zooms in. You'll notice that when a teacher passes control to a student, that student who is in control has their full toolbar. However, the other students do not have their toolbar. They have a limited toolbar just like they did when they were in Followme with the teacher.